Hello there, my beautiful friends. Today I have this tutorial coming at you. We are going to be using the brand new Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions palette, the pink Neon Obsessions palette to be more specific. You guys know I love me a good pink eyeshadow, so I figured I would put together a little tutorial and we would test these out together. Technically, this is a first impressions, so if you are interested in seeing this tutorial and some swatches of the brand new Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions palette, then go ahead and keep on watching and let's jump right on in. Let's go ahead and touch base here on how I'm feeling about basically my first impression of the neon pink palette. Now, I've tried Huda Beauty palettes in the past. I have, I think, 4 of her Obsessions palettes. I personally really like all of them except for the Coral Obsessions palette. I believe I have the Amethyst palette, the Ruby Obsessions, and the Coral palette, so I lied. I don't have 4, I have 3. But the Coral one is the only one that I'm a little bit iffy about just because I feel like some of the colors in that palette were kind of questionable and they kind of muddied together. But the overall formula of her palettes have been pretty consistent for me. Now, I think that the mattes in the neon pink palette here are freaking phenomenal. A lot of these swatches that you see here, other than the really bright neon pink shade and that grapey matte purple, were just swatched one time. Those two I had to build up a little bit. They were a little bit, not patchy, they were just a little bit more sheer, but the other ones, especially the hot corals, were freaking fantastic. Everything blended on the eyes really well as far as the mattes go. I was actually really impressed with them, and I think that these might be some of the best mattes that I've tried from Huda in a while. It might be one of my favorite Huda formulas that she's come out with of all time, but I would need to test it more to be able to definitively say that. But nonetheless, I really like the mattes in this palette. Now let's talk about the duochromes. So the colors of the duochromes that she picked out for this palette are freaking fantastic. They are beautiful. I love me some good pink purpley shimmers. I think they're stunning, other than the fact that these were a little bit difficult to work with in my opinion. Now as you saw, I placed down a glitter glue, and even over top of the glitter glue, I had to really build these up, especially that duochromatic purple green that's on the very bottom row of the palette. That one was kind of a pain in the butt to work with, but nonetheless we got there. It just took a little bit of finessing, a little bit more finessing than I have kind of been used to lately. I have been working with a lot of Divina's shadows and a lot of shadows that don't really require a lot of finessing. So these were a little bit shocking to me that they were so sheer for what they were, but they were buildable, and I was able to get them to be pretty darn shiny on the eyes. So in my opinion, as long as you're able to get there without working too hard, it's a-okay. I think the colors are stunning. Just wanted to throw it out there that they were a little bit more sheer than I was personally expecting. Overall, I am really liking the palette so far. I think that it's worth the $29, and I love the freaking color scheme. You guys already know that. This palette and I just connect on a personal level here. We connect on a spiritual level. I connect to purple and pink eyeshadows like this. This is my kind of palette as far as the color scheme goes. I think if you want this palette, I think it's worth the $29. But I will make sure to update you guys on if I find anything weird going on with the palette, if I find, you know, that these don't last or anything like that. I will absolutely update you guys in the description box down below and in the comments. This way you guys are informed and aware of what my overall opinion is after I've had the chance to try this a little bit longer. But with that being said, that is going to be wrapping up this mini tutorial. I know it was a short, kind of lazy video, but I've been enjoying doing these lately. So if there is any specific palette that you want to see me do a tutorial on or a review on, let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful at all, then I would absolutely love it if you gave me a big old thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me and you are not already subscribed, then what you're doing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. But I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope to see you next time. Bye!